Hi, this is Kailana with Handmade by Kailana, and today I'm going to be trying out a brand new craft kit and using different materials to decorate rocks. This is the craft kit that I'll be working on today, Metallic Rock Painting by Hinkler. You can get it on Amazon for about $12. Let's see what we have inside. We have this manual in color, has some pretty cool designs. 4 rocks, a paintbrush, which is pretty soft, a dotting tool, and these 5 colors, and there's this goldy yellow, which is so shimmery. One of my favorite colors, this blue teal. We have also purple, black, and silver. Let's talk about the paints. The black matte paint is nice. You can really get a good opaque base down with minimal coats of paint. Now for the metallics. This teal is beautiful in the jar, but when we put it down on the paper, it's streaky and transparent. It has the consistency of like a gel. When you brush it on, it almost pulls away some of the paint I've already put down. Same thing with the gold. It does not have good coverage. It does look better when you paint it over black, but it's still pretty transparent. Since the metallics are so transparent, I decided to use gesso to paint all of the rocks first. I'm hoping it will make the metallic pop and I won't have to cover it with like a million coats of paint. My first rock will be a starscape based on one of the designs in the book. I'm starting with a bold blue, which did not come in the kit, and then blending it with some black paint around the edges. Then using different sizes of dotting tools, I'm using the metallic colors blue, silver, gold, and purple to make a shooting star. I was not happy with the final look. It was just too simple and boring, so I pulled out some glue, glitter, pearls, and a sequin. Now for the second rock. I'm going to make an ice cream cone. I started painting the bottom with a yellow gold metallic paint. Even though I had covered the rock with gesso, the gold is streaky and translucent, not what I was going for. So I'm going to cover it again with some gesso and then paint it with my own tan paint. That came out a whole lot better. For the ice cream, I decided to go with a bright pink strawberry ice cream. I hate strawberry ice cream in real life, but for art pieces, it's really nice against the tan color of the cone. I'm going to create the ice cream with fabric paint. I can't resist adding some polymer clay sprinkles and colors that will go nicely with the pink. Purple, light pink, green, yellow, blue, and white. Here's my third rock. I mixed the gold and metallic blue to create a metallic green. Unfortunately, as I painted over the rock, it becomes this dingy, vaguely green translucent color. I kind of hate it, so I pulled out my own teal metallic paint, nothing special, some cheap craft paint, to cover the rock. The difference is quite dramatic. I decided to create a baby dragon with a bit of shell still on her head. Her name will be Rar, which is the sound she makes when she growls.
check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Finally, I'm going to paint the last rock a matte black. I want to see if I can use my Cricut to decorate the rock. I measured the rock and then sized down my picture. The hardest part of this project was weeding out all the very small extra pieces of vinyl because the image was so detailed. I was a little worried that the vinyl would pucker or wrinkle on the rounded rock, but it laid down nicely and I'm pretty happy with the final outcome. So let's talk about this kit. There were some positives. I really liked this book. The designs are beautiful. It's in full color. Look at this dragon egg. Isn't that beautiful? The colors are so vibrant. I love the gems. I always like some bling in my life. And I wish I could have made it. However, I don't have all the materials needed to make that rock provided in the kit. In fact, you can't make a single project in this book with just the materials provided in the kit, which is ridiculous. In every single one, you needed paints that you don't have and cannot mix with the colors provided, like matte navy blue. How am I supposed to make that with one matte color, which was the black, and some metallics? And if you try to mix the metallics with the black, it just is not working. So I was really disappointed by that. Also, you need different sizes of dotting tools, different sizes of brushes, markers, adhesive, gems, and varnish. They did not even provide a little container of varnish, which I've seen in Klutz kits. For around the same price. So I don't know why you can't provide that. And that's essential for rock painting to protect your work. And especially if you want to put any of them in your garden or outside, you need that varnish. So I don't know. I would say that this one is a big thumbs down for me. Not worth your money. I wouldn't buy it. So let's talk about the rocks that I created today. So my first rock is this one. There we go. And this is the one closest to one of the designs provided in the book. It's a starscape. I added a lot of dots with the different metallic colors and a star at the end. But honestly, it just didn't have enough bling for me. So I added some mermaid beads, which are multicolored and just really gorgeous. And some glitter. And again, oh, look at that glitter on that black background. So pretty. And then my next one, I made this one using squishy decorating materials. I used fabric paint to make my ice cream, so it would be a little bit of 3D. And I put those polymer clay sprinkles, which were so pretty. And then I used just my own paints for the bottom because I was not getting the coverage that I wanted with like the gold paint that I tried initially, and then I used Posca pens to create the lines, and I'm really happy with that. And then I put a coat of varnish, and this just shows you can be really creative in the materials that you use to decorate your rocks. And then my third rock is my little rar dragon, baby dragon with a bit of a shell on the top of his head. And I was inspired by that dragon egg design that I saw in the book. I didn't want to make the entire thing look like that because I thought I wanted a little character, and I used my Posca pens and just use a little bit of the metallic paint as dots on it, and I think it came out really adorable. So I really like that one. And then finally, by far my favorite is my Notorious RBG in rose gold on this black background. It is so pretty. I used my Cricut machine to cut out this pretty design, and I just, pressed it onto this, and I used varnish to cover it. And I'm so glad that the varnish didn't change the look of the vinyl because it was a very shiny rose gold, and it came out great. And by the way, if you don't know, this is, of course, U.S. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and that moniker came from this Tumblr account that a law student started because she was so impressed by one of the dissents that RBG wrote in this voting rights case, where she wrote this scathing opinion, dissenting from the majority opinion, because at the time she was on a 5-4 conservative split in favor of conservatives. And she dissented like a boss. She would come out with this blingy collar, this necklace over her black robes, and when you saw that collar, you knew she was going to dissent, and she was going to shame the other side with her opinion. And instead of just filing her dissent, she would read it out loud, and again, a boss. So she's a personal hero of mine, and this rock is going to be on my desk. And I love it so much. And by the way, if you ever want to read a great book, I highly recommend this one. It's The Notorious RBG, and one of the co-authors is the one who started that account, that Tumblr account that I was mentioning earlier. It's a great book. Totally recommend it. Don't recommend the craft kit today, but the book, absolutely. I hope you'll join me next week for a new video. Please like and subscribe. Bye.